Did you know that human activities can create new clouds? We're going to explore this atmospheric phenomenon a bit further by looking at a particular subset of human-induced clouds called ship tracks. Have you ever been on a cruise and noticed smoke come out of the ship's exhaust stacks? This happens due to the burning of the hydrocarbon fuels and results in emissions of substances such as sulfur oxides, nitrogen oxides, carbon dioxide, water vapor, organic compounds, trace elements such as metals, and particulate matter, which are tiny particles smaller than 10 microns, about 1/10 the diameter of an average human hair. The particulate matter, sulfur oxides, and nitrogen oxides in particular can form something known as aerosols, which are solid or liquid particles that are suspended in the air. Aerosols are important because they can act as cloud condensation nuclei, which are like tiny seeds that allow water vapor to condense on them and clouds to form. Ship tracks are the long lines of clouds that often form behind a ship's path. To really understand these, we need to learn the basics about cloud formation. Clouds generally form when the sun's incoming radiation heats the ground, which then heats relatively uniform blobs of air called air parcels. This causes the air parcel to rise. The air temperature generally cools as you go higher in altitude. As the air parcel rises and cools, the relative humidity increases, and when it reaches 100%, clouds can form. We can relate this back to how ship tracks form. The ship's exhaust is very hot. Similar to the air parcel that is heated by the sun, the exhaust will rise, cool, and can form long tracks of clouds, since the aerosols in the exhaust act as cloud seeds. The presence of so many of these cloud seeds means that each individual cloud droplet is smaller, since the water vapor is now spread out over many cloud seeds. This makes a brighter cloud that may hang around for a long time, since the tiny cloud droplets don't get big enough for gravity to pull them down as rain. What this means is that we have a bright, long-lasting cloud trail that can be seen from satellites orbiting the Earth. Scientists have been using satellite data to learn more about ship tracks, like how long they are, how long they last, and where they form. Ship tracks can also be influenced by the type of fuel that is used. Cheaper fuel oil with more impurities will release more pollutants into the air than more refined fuel, and devices that control emissions can reduce the contaminants even further, reducing the amount of cloud condensation nuclei available for cloud formation. There's still a lot we don't know about ship tracks, and stricter environmental regulations may play a big part in how often they form in the future. One thing we do know is that human activities can impact cloud formation, and understanding this will allow us to better understand climate change, since clouds have a huge impact on how much solar radiation reaches the Earth's surface and how much heat gets trapped in the atmosphere.